noise over there or something. And we are live. Welcome to Longwell Art Studios weekly update. And we give you information and heads up on what's going on in the studio, where we are as far as bringing you information to increase your creativity, reignite your creativity, and help you gain health, happiness, and peacefulness through use of creativity and art. But let me start off the show here. For those of you who don't know, I'm Tim Longwell of Longwell Art Studios, and this is, I'll let our next guest introduce herself.
I'm Naomi Longwell of Longwell Art Studios.
You.
I'm Isaac Longwell, Longwell Art Studios. Copy.
And
Ow! I heard his chair squeal.
Naomi's new to live and the weird noises that comes through on the sounds and everything. So you want to put the other headphone in? It'll be less hassle. So to get started here, we have, like it said in the description, we have some questions for you, some announcements for you, kind of a few updates, more than announcements. First off, Isaac is officially now 2-week uploads per week on his channel with his drawing and creations. Naomi is officially soft launched on her channel. We still have some work on her channel art and such to do, but she has a live video on Naomi Longwell Art. All she has to do is go look up if you look for Naomi Longwell, and you'll find her first video for YouTube there. We had an interesting week this week with the usual schedule of everything to keep busy that goes with running an art studio and a video studio. We also had to deal with a water leak. The main line coming to the house caused us some fun this week and kind of scrambled the schedule for a couple of days. So that was interesting, and we definitely do hope we don't have a repeat of that anytime in the near future. I started recording on a special project that's kind of a Star Wars type event for the release of the movie, and at the same time it's a gift for a well-known YouTube celebrity, and we'll see if we can get this up here where you can see who that is, see if you recognize who that character might be and what kind of character he's going to be when he's done as a Star Wars character. You might want to poke him and let him know that if you recognize who it is, you might want to let him know that he can officially release the photo he took at the Video Marketing World Conference in Dallas last month. And as soon as we get this finished, we'll ship that off to him free of charge as a gift and a thank you for everything he's done for all of us here at YouTube that are working on creating channels and bringing you fine content. And we're going to toss it over to
I don't know if I can think of offhand. I haven't really written down anything. don't expect to be handed off that quick. But like I said, I'm officially going to be going officially launched as 2 days a week. Starting tomorrow morning will be my second video for this week, which it's a speed drawing, but it's something neat with the little tricks that I learned along the way through the years of how to do certain things. So I'm just kind of hinted about that. I can't say any much more without actually giving away what it is. But it's a different way of doing it for me. But I will be doing other regular videos for, like I said, with Wednesdays and Saturdays. So it'll be different drawings, and some of them I may come back to and actually add in using the pen and inks, which I enjoy using. It's an old style pen and inks, where it's a little pen with the quill nibs and then a bottle of ink, not just with the brush pens or some of the newfangled stuff or whatever you want to call them. So it should be pretty interesting.
All righty, thank you, Isaac. And Naomi, do you have anything you'd like to add as far as the updates as to what's going on and what
pretty
you foresee?
soon, tomorrow, if I have time, I'm gonna try and record a video of making super cute binder posters you could put in the little sleeves.
Okay, so now you know what her next video will be, and we'll keep you updated and posted on when that'll go out live through social media and on her channel page as best we can. It looks like a quiet audience today. I don't see too many with us here. So we don't need that playing. We're kind of excited in the directions we're going. At the rate we're going, we're going to be outgrowing the studio that we're in currently size-wise. I don't know what we could do otherwise to increase it. Now we have some questions for you guys as you get this. If you'll please leave this in the comments. We got some feedback that 9:30 Eastern, which is 2 a.m. London, 2:30 London time, I believe. Was too late for everybody, and a lot of people were not happy that we went to our European audience at that time slot. So we're wondering if if we move it to 11:30 London UTC time, if that would work better for some of you around the world to better attend when we do go live. That would put it at 10:30 a.m. in Sydney and 5 a.m. in Mumbai. I know that's still pretty early on that part of the day, but in our international community that we have, thanks to the internet, it's real hard to make it a convenient time slot for everybody at that time slot. And the other thing we wondered is if we're looking at starting live streaming on Thursdays of me doing oil paintings live here on YouTube, and was wondering if the time slot 7 p.m. London UTC time, which is 7 p.m. London, which is 2 p.m. Eastern time here in the U.S., if that would be convenient for a good majority of our viewers that would like to see the live demonstrations and possibly even follow along while we're oil painting. I'll make sure that I post the comments section when this goes live, when we finish the live broadcast here today and after YouTube's finished processing it. I'll go into the comment section and make sure that I post and pin the questions for you to refer back to. If you could let us know if Saturday would work better in the 8:30 at the 5:30 time slot, which is 6:30 Eastern, and I'll list world times UTC and Tokyo and Sydney as kind of a frame reference for those to be able to answer that question. And Thursday at 7 p.m. UTC, which is 2 p.m. Central on Thursday for live oil paintings. And if you could let us know from that, we'd really appreciate it. And we got Arthur Moorhead in the audience, and he managed to make the live broadcast. Oh, Arthur, glad you can make it. And yeah, we've been doing this for about 3 weeks here, fella. On this particular time, we're a little early today, and I'll repeat the questions in case you missed them. That we're looking at if we move to 9:30 Eastern on a set, or 5:30. Sorry, let me start over. We're looking at, since Friday at 9:30 Eastern is inconvenient for a lot of people around the world, if 6:30 Eastern, which would be 11:30 UTC and currently London time, would be more convenient for this type of show. And then if the 2 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. UTC London time would be convenient for live streaming of myself oil painting, or maybe one of the other artists doing something, depending on the time of year and what kind of activities we have going around here. And these, again, I'll point out that we're going to post those in the comment section at the end of this live stream, so that you'll be able to get back to us on that. If you have any questions for us that you'd like answered at this time, or any topics you'd like to discuss, feel free to put it in the chat, and we'll gladly get started and take those questions. Yes, they would be YouTube lives for the painting sessions, as well as the this Q&A. Because the we also are going to be streaming live on Twitch as far as our artwork is concerned, but that is kind of a, whenever we're not working on something that has to be done, that's more convenient to not be streaming with, which most of what the art we do is, I'm so comfortable doing it in front of the camera anymore that it's a case of we'll be either live on Twitch or live on YouTube streaming while we're doing our artwork for a good part. At least myself, I know Isaac's looking into getting comfortable with the idea of doing live streaming himself on certain days. I don't know if he's made a schedule up yet or not. And then for Twitch, yes, we will be using OBS. We're still working out some camera details for using OBS for the YouTube, because when I'm at the easel back there, it's more involved in the setup, because there's an additional camera and a second computer involved. And so then we're dealing with computer capture cards and all kinds of other goodies to go along with it. So, and right now I'm not sure that, I know the internet will handle it. I just don't know if this computer that we're broadcasting on myself will handle the load right now. And man, we got to have some more light here. Bear with me a minute here. There we go. That helps a little bit. Not a lot. I know what the problem is. Let's move this over here because she's got all that light over there. There we go. Amazing what moving a camera just a little bit can do, huh?
Why do I have to be pale? Sad.
Just the luck of the genetic code, kiddo. Just luck of the genetic code. So, how are things going for you over there, Arthur? Are you staying busy? I know you've been working on some projects for live streaming and different other things going on and hitting your share of bumps in the road as you're going along. Looking more blue. You are looking more blue, or my color's looking more blue? I think my color's looking more blue. Oh, well, there's part of the problem. How'd that get turned back on? Shh. I'll tell you, sometimes these lighting issues. My adjustments are on the wrong camera. I'm adjusting the one above my head. Oh, okay. Let's see. Where is that? Is that this cord here? No, that's this cord here. Let me unplug a camera here. And that might... Oh, there it went. Okay. Oh, the joys of live streaming, huh? All the goodies and stuff that make life interesting when you're live streaming. Oh, whoa. Yeah, now we got to tweak other things here back the way they need to be, huh?
Yay, I'm not so pale anymore.
There we go. Yeah, my camera assistant fellow artist there mountains, you're getting an early working on your lower thirds now. Good deal. Glad to hear you're making progress. I know it's been a pretty bumpy road with the two hurricanes that went blasting through there, especially the big one. I mean, it went right through your doorstep there, so that kind of made things a little bit rough, to say the least. But I'm glad to know that you're, despite all that, you've been weathering the storm fairly decently. And I don't know, it's having funny with our stream today. Seems the video coming through okay and everything, because it I'm getting a report that the bit rate in stream is a little light, which it shouldn't be, not with the upload speed that we're supposed to have with this thing. But anyway, we are frozen. Oh, darn. I'll bet it's because of the camera. Let me go in here. Let me go tell it to refresh that camera. Does that help? Are we moving now? Yeah, it looks like we're moving now.
Had to refresh.
Oh, you did? Had to refresh? Sorry about the little mix-up there. we're running a little behind today on getting it. Like I said, the things have messed us up on the this week because of the water pipeline and everything, having to deal with that. You know about constructions, Arthur, causing havoc in your current plans of activity. After just living through it, a lot of folks in Houston and Florida as well have definitely had it tough this year down there. So is there any more updates or anything from the studio that anybody has any input on?
Yeah, I did make a new intro video for my videos. I didn't put it on the one that's got, at least I don't think, if I did, you'll see it tomorrow. If I didn't put it on the beginning of this one, it'll be on the one on Wednesday. By the way, it'll be a surprise.
And I've had the pleasure of seeing it, and I gave him a couple of tweak ideas. It looked good the way he was going with it, and now I'll tell you, what he's done with it is just, for his first foray into HitFilm Express After Effects type editing, this was a home run. It was really nice. He had a lot of fun doing it. I know that. And he's if he doesn't break his arm patting himself on the back, it's because we broke his back patting him for him as well, because he did just such a fantastic job with it. He really did. But that is a fantastic intro. We haven't figured out how to do something that cool for myself, but then, you know, hey. However, his daughter may talk him into something for her stream now that she found out what he can pull off. See, can you tell by the grin?
You never know.
Well, folks, it looks like that's, yeah. It looks like we're going to wrap it up. Arthur, I want to thank you for attending. I know it was an awkward time zone. If you can, pitch in on the comments, stop back around here half hour or so and get those, answer those questions to those comments, and where we put the questions in a pinned comment about the time frames. We're trying to find a time slot that works for the studio and everyone else for the live streams here on YouTube, both this channel update and a live streaming of actual art production while it's happening, instead of just seeing the recorded version after we finish creating that art. So again, thanks for stopping by. Be sure and answer the questions. And if you haven't already and you like art, we'll be bringing, between the 3 channels and the live broadcast, we'll be bringing you oil painting, watercolor painting, drawing, and other craft type activities. So there'll be something for everyone in each of the live streams. Just subscribe so you know when we do go live or upload a video. We'll post a link in the description to both Isaac Longwell's channel page as well as Naomi's new channel page. And keep stopping by, keep creating, but most of all, you be sure and have fun.